Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Hey, peace and abundance to everybody watching right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button so we can get this in the algorithm. You already know, man, I greatly appreciate you. A lot of guys are having trouble with the corn. A lot of guys can't shake that addiction. All right, so I want to make this video 3 steps you can take to cure your corn addiction. Okay, guys, I do consultations all the time, and this is one of the #1 things that comes up in the conversation is the corn. How do I break this corn addiction? All right, guys, so the first step to breaking your corn addiction is you have to take accountability. A lot of guys won't admit that this addiction is not only detrimental to your mind, but your way of life. And you have to see that for yourself. Just look around and look how your day is. Look how your week is. Look how your lifestyle is. It's going to take you down a rabbit hole. I know, guys, because I suffered with the same problem and I overcame it. So if I can overcome this, you can too. I'm just here to help. This is one of the reasons why I started making content, because I want to help men who are in the same shoes that I was or walking the same path that I am. And you might be lost and you need someone else to talk to, someone you can relate to. You guys think I'll be up here talking about retention and all this, man? At first I was embarrassed to talk about these things, but then I realized it was bigger than me and someone needs to hear this so they can change their life. So you need to take accountability. You already know. You go down that rabbit hole. At first it starts off you just watching one scene, and next thing you know, you got 5-10 tabs up on your laptop with all these different scenes. You got all these tabs up and you're trying to pick and choose which one is going to be the money shot for you. And it gets worse and worse. Next thing you know, you on there for an hour, 2 hours. You start neglecting yourself. You start forgetting about your goals. You stop being ambitious. It will even affect your day-to-day life when you're out in public. It's going to be hard for you to make eye contact with people. It's going to be hard for you to even hold a simple conversation. Just with the store clerk, just with the person that you met at the grocery store, you going to the gym talking to the front desk. It's going to be hard for you to even hold conversation just because you are ashamed of yourself for what you're doing in the dark. And you know that. And this is why it comes out as awkwardness or being antisocial in public. This is why you need to take accountability so you can move forward, implement the right tools and the right steps into your life to break this addiction. Okay, guys, so that's the first step. The second step is no fap. No fap is just you not looking, entertaining, getting pleasure from the digital cheeks, digital media. Okay, that's what nofap is. You have to starve this addiction. So 30 days, that is the primer. So 30 days is the ideal time to break yourself into a new habit. It takes 30 days to create a habit. All right, so we want to hit that mark. So in those 30 days, we want to limit ourselves scrolling, looking at pictures. You want to delete any type of corn cookies or save tabs that you have. Those, your favorite scenes, anything that you starring scenes, starring websites. Delete all that, because you don't need anything that's going to trigger you back into that old habit. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's going to be rough. The first week is going to be hard because you got to exercise new muscles. It's no different than going to the gym. If I haven't worked out and I'm out of shape, going back to the gym, that first week is going to be terrible. It's going to be very hard to keep going. But once you stay consistent, you get stronger, you get more in shape, and your body adapts to the workouts. And now you're able to give yourself more intense workouts to get even stronger. Same thing with this addiction, guys. Your mind is the same way. It's going to be hard at first, but eventually your mind is going to adapt and you're gonna build that muscle to fight off those addictions. So this is the key, guys. When you're looking at these digital cheeks all the time, what you're doing is you're giving yourself a dopamine hit, a massive dopamine hit, and you're not doing no work. You didn't deserve that hit. So what happens to your brain is now your brain starts to rewire itself that it doesn't need to do any work to get pleasure. And that's going to burn you out over time. You have to earn your dopamine hit. You need to do something that's productive, something that's going to be an energy transfer. You sitting on the couch and you just looking at some cheeks and you ain't did nothing all day. That's not a even energy transfer. I give you guys an example. When I used to cut my grandfather's grass, I was a little kid, about 8 years old. It used to be hard for me. And this is back before they had the automatic push mowers that drive itself. You had to use all your strength and muscles to pull that lawnmower up hills and around corners. And my grandfather had a decent sized yard. So I would look, I'd be like, man, like this is gonna take me forever. I'm never gonna finish his yard. It's hot outside. I'm fatigued. I'm hitting rocks and it's popping up in my face. You know, it's just a terrible, terrible, terrible situation. But after I finished cutting that grass, my grandmother would be sitting there waiting for me with a cold glass of water and a plate of food. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, that was the best glass of water, the best plate of food I ever had. And I deserved it. So I got a dopamine rush from eating that food because I put the work in. Now, if I would have got that same plate of food without doing no work, it probably wouldn't hit the same. It would have just been regular water and a regular plate of food. Some of you guys that play sports, you know how it feels when you get that water break. You know, you hustling in practice, you running suicides, and you tired, you sweating. You playing the football, you in all them pads, you got your helmet on, you sweating. You had basketball practice or whatever. Coach say water break, that's the best water you ever tasted. That's because you earned it. So it feels more rewarding to you as opposed to you just sitting there drinking some water. It don't hit the same. And my third step, this goes into the second one, is you need to start curbing other addictions as well. When you're on no fat, when you're trying to get rid of the digital cheeks, you need to start going after other low-hanging fruit that's holding you back. Maybe you're addicted to sweets. Maybe you're addicted to eating chips or addicted to laziness. You need to start working on those things as well in this 30 days. Because what you're doing is you're remapping your mind. See, you've built your mind to a point where now it thinks it doesn't have to do any work to receive a dopamine hit. And that's the wrong way, guys. That's not the way at all. Because that's going to affect how you go about life. You're going to lose that ambition. You're going to lose that drive. And it's going to make your life crumble. Trust me, I've been there. That dopamine hit is supposed to be an incentive to keep you working hard, to keep going after your goals, to keep moving forward. But if I'm just sitting down all day, I ain't did no work, and I'm looking at the cheeks, why would I have any incentive to get out and work hard when I can just sit down and do nothing and get a massive hit? So we got to remap our mind to doing something to get pleasure, getting a reward from our hard work. So in those 30 days, you need to try to curb any sugar addictions that you have. If you're addicted to laziness, start adding in some daily tasks, things you can get done throughout your day. And it's going to make you feel better about yourself. It's going to be rewarding for you. So now at the end of your day, man, when it's time to settle down, you can reflect back and say, you know what? I deserve to chill right now. Right? I deserve to play the game right now. Or scroll on my phone for a little bit because I put the work in today. But don't let yourself fall victim to this addiction. You can beat this. If I beat it, you guys can too. I'm no different than you. I just made my mind up that I wasn't going to let this thing hold me down. You got to want it, guys. You got to want to change. I wanted to change so bad that I was able to redefine my whole self-image, who I am today. You guys watching me on this camera, this isn't who I used to be. This isn't who I used to be at all. But all these steps that I took to better myself led me to this position where I can help you guys and give you my testimony. I know it's hard, guys. I know it's difficult. But when you reach that 30-day mark, the skies are going to clear up, the sun is going to be shining on you, and you're going to be proud of yourself. You're going to be able to look in the mirror and be proud of the man you see, because you didn't let this addiction defeat you. You took back control of your life so that you can live the life that you want and make the decisions that you need to be successful. So let's break this addiction, man. These are 3 steps you can take. If you guys are still having trouble, because I know there's more severe cases, if you've been looking at the corn for years and years and decades, it's going to be very, very hard to break that cycle in 30 days. So if you need extra help, guys, I do one-on-one consultations with guys all over the world, and I've helped them to find that light within. So if you are interested, I'll leave my links in the description and in my pinned comments. With that being said, guys, you have a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.